Hey y'all, it's Laura and welcome back to a new series. This one's all about embellishment clusters, which is something that has been highly requested. So this is a quick 6-video series and I'm going to be going over the 5 types of embellishment clusters that I make the most often. And then the 6th video will discuss positioning of clusters, which is something that I know a lot of you have had questions about, and I have some very easy ways to think about how to put your clusters around your photos and around your layout in general. Now, I do find it easier to create playlists to keep all of these series intact in one place so you can find them easily. So if you go to my profile, and there's a little bar across the top that has home, videos, etc. And one of them is playlists. And if you click on it, you can find each of my series all compacted into one nice little clean list, which I adore. So there will be a full playlist for this series as well. So if you've missed any of the videos, you can go back and check those out. Now let's jump over to the desk and dive into today's cluster. So our last embellishment clustering type in this series is the standalone. And these are quite often the type of embellishments that I make in my DIY embellishment videos. So those tutorials show you how to make clusters like these. They often just have a large, medium, small shape, a word phrase, and a detail. Now sometimes I mix it up and I'll add 2 tiny shapes, or I'll add 2 medium shapes. That pattern or recipe can certainly be modified to fit your needs, but I do find them extremely easy to use on layouts. So in this case, we have a standalone here, all clustered together. It doesn't go in a vertical way, it doesn't go in a horizontal way, and it's certainly not on the corner, but it is all piled together, so it's not scattered. That's why it's called a standalone, because I can make this outside of the layout, make them ahead of time, and just pop them onto pages quite easily. So in this particular layout, I've used some standalones inside of these circles. So these standalones are pretty much the entire embellishment for these circles. They are their own cluster. They're not attached to a photo, they're not attached to any other element on the page, and they're not clustered together around something important. They're helping this circle have a purpose. So that's another way they can be used. On this traveler's notebook spread, I've created 3 standalone embellishment clusters, and this one has a nice big label as a base, but most of them do not. Most of them are just a couple of mixed shapes and a word phrase. That is the easiest and most common way to make these standalones. And if you look in my DIY embellishment playlist, you will see a bunch of these here standalone embellishments as examples. Stick around though, because we're going to make another one. Last layout. This one has standalone embellishments up here and here. What these do is they help these particular elements on the page have a purpose and make sense. If I just left these chevrons here alone, nothing on them, they could work, but they don't feel like they have a purpose to me. They just feel like I'm making my own pattern paper background, and that wasn't what I was looking for. Now, I really enjoy a large shape, a medium, a small, and a word phrase. Sometimes I add on, so I've got a puffy sticker and a wood veneer on this one. But this is the classic, large, medium, small, word phrase. Occasionally a little detail, but that's the recipe that really works for the standalone. So let's go ahead and make one as an example. Okay, so for an example of the standalone cluster type, like I explained before, just do a simple large, medium, small shape layered on top of each other, and then pop on a word phrase, or in this case, a banner piece, to kind of connect them all together. Now there's a lot of different ways you can do these. I have a ton of examples of these very simple standalone shapes, standalone embellishments on my channel. Just go to my DIY embellishments playlist and you will find a plethora of ideas for how to create these standalone embellishments. I find these super quick and easy, and you can dress them up a little bit with a tiny little detail piece like this little bitty heart. Just pop it up in the corner, and it adds just a nice little bit of bling. Love this embellishment style, and you will see it quite often on my layouts. I hope that was a quick and easy, helpful example. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And until next time, bye y'all.